Previously, on the road to Houston, three-time winners Team Alarion Supermileage from Quebec overcame a shattered engine and the harsh Canadian winter.
That's a big problem for us because we can't test the car outside.
In Greensboro, North Carolina, the Dudley Panthers have found driving their vehicles a challenge.
Oh my goodness!
But with advice from the pros, they've turned things around.
That's what I want right there. Got it. Yeah. Come on.
In Brazil, Team E3 survived sheared crankshafts, warring team captains, and torrential flooding.
Unbelievable, unbelievable.
With Texas in sight, there's no turning back for these three teams on the road to Houston. Shell Eco Marathon America's 2013 is gearing up, and Team Alarion Supermileage from Canada is one of the first to arrive. The team have won the gasoline prototype category 3 years in a row, and their record of 3,168 miles per gallon from 2011 still stands. But their winning streak was broken last year when their engine wouldn't start, and the car never crossed the start line. This year, the pressure is on to win back their title.
We will want to be the first to pass the inspection and be the first on the track.
Team E3 from Brazil finished 7th last year in the same gasoline prototype category as the Canadians. This year, they've built a completely new car from scratch and are aiming for 3,000 miles per gallon and a top 3 finish. Their ambitious new design includes electronic fuel injection, which could improve mileage by up to 30%.
We just have to finish something the steering system. Then we have to do all the mapping of the fuel injection. With the fuel injection, we can go further.
If they don't manage to map the engine for the fuel injection, their car will actually use more gas. But it means working through the night to be ready in time.
Something very big in our project. We spent a lot of money, we put a lot of effort on this. It's time to make it work.
The Dudley Panthers leave their arrival in Texas until the last minute, and for many of them, it's the first time they've flown.
Before the fight, I was very scared.
They first competed in Houston 2 years ago, but both their previous attempts ended in failure. This year, it's all about crossing the finish line. The Panthers have brought 2 cars to Texas, an urban concept and a prototype, both in the battery electric category. Built entirely from junk, it's an ambitious undertaking.
We got little problems here, not really bad. Some little things we got to isolate.
It's vital both cars pass technical inspection, otherwise they will not be allowed to compete. Technical inspection is a series of safety checks that each vehicle must complete successfully. And Université Laval is ready for it.
We have some fine-tuning to do this evening, but everything will be fine.
The team passes all the safety checks, but their biggest concern is the weigh-in. The average car weighs 120 pounds, but Team Alarion Supermileage need a far lighter car than that if they are going to win.
We put a lot of components that are a lot more reliable, but are a little bit slightly heavier. 97 pounds. We're a little bit heavier than last year, but this is not a problem.
Incredibly, at 97 pounds, the car still weighs less than their driver. And as one of the first teams to pass technical inspection, they can now test their car on the track. For the Dudley Panthers, it's a different story. Still worried about their prototype's brakes, they head to technical inspection.
I just really hope it's gonna pass because we worked really hard.
At first, everything goes well.
You passed it, you're good.
But then, it's the brake test.
There you go. All right.
Ready?
The brakes must hold the car on the slope.
Oh, no, you're gonna
All right, you're gonna have to squeeze, man. With both hands.
Let's try the rear.
All right.
Yeah, it's not working.
Okay.
All right.
They fail. It's back to base to fix the brakes.
They didn't pass. That's not good.
Outside on the track, Team Alarion Supermileage are ready for their first practice run. Last year, Laval didn't even get over the start line. Another failure is unthinkable. It's a huge relief. The engine starts first time.
That's cool. It works. Finally, it works.
Team E3 from Brazil have been struggling with their new fuel injection system, and the clock is ticking.
We have half an hour to pass the tank inspection, otherwise we won't run tonight, we won't run tomorrow morning.
With time almost up, they decide to enter technical inspection without their high-tech fuel injection system.
We always leave things to do in the last minute.
Technical inspection class is at 5:30 and it's like 5:30 right now.
They make it, but yet again there are problems.
The starter isn't working, I don't know why.
Chief Engineer Pimba has just minutes to fix the starter motor. If he can't, they'll lose another day on the track.
Thank God.
Those are the stickers we've been waiting for. Technical inspection approved, safety inspection approved. We're good to go.
On track, Canadian driver Audrey is going well. Like many of the teams, Laval has a run-kill strategy to help conserve fuel. This involves killing the engine and allowing the car to glide so as not to burn valuable fuel. But it's a tactic that has risks. Starting and stopping the engine drains power. And this battery has run flat. The team thinks it's a simple case of changing it.
And we're putting the best battery we have, so hopefully it goes well.
But even with a new battery, the car won't start. And no one knows why.
I worry a little bit about the fact that I don't know exactly what's happening with our engine right now. For the moment, I have no clue.
The team works long into the night to try and find the problem and fix it. Next morning, after only 3 hours sleep, the exhausted Canadians get in line for the first run of the day. It turns out the battery terminal had shaken loose and damaged the engine timing.
We stayed up till 4 in the morning to get the car ready, and it's going to pay off for sure.
Now on the track, vehicle 77 from Laval University.
With their problems seemingly behind them, the team is flying. And with 10 laps complete, Audrey pulls into the measuring station.
Everything went well, but we have to have the numbers.
The amount of fuel used over the 10 laps is measured, and miles per gallon computed.
Our best score 2 years ago used 8 milliliters of fuel. We just used 6 point something.
The team have achieved an astonishing 3,000 miles per gallon, a new Shell Eco Marathon America's record.
That's awesome.
The Brazilian team is also using a run-kill strategy. Last year, they achieved 969 miles per gallon to take 7th place with their gasoline prototype. This year, they want a top 3 finish. But without their new fuel injection system, that seems unlikely.
And we're hoping a good mileage, not the best, but first run, so we could feel the car and see how it's going.
With all the problems they've had, they just want to get the full 10 laps under their belt. Driver Christina crosses the start line. And already there's trouble. The rear body panel is dangerously loose.
Continua, continua, continua.
Despite the rear panel falling off, The engine seems to be running well. But when she gets to the third corner, disaster strikes. The run-kill strategy has failed. The engine has stalled, leaving Christina on the track as other competitors pass her. Back at the finish line, the team waits anxiously. The car is nowhere to be seen. There's a collision. But due to the safety rules, Christina is unhurt.
People just told me that some other team hit us. That's not good at all. Might have been damaged the car in ways we can't repair.
As the car finally returns on the tow truck, their worst fears are realized.
It's over.
The front left wheel has been sheared off during the collision.
Suddenly, a car came really fast from the left and smashed our wheel. The first lap, yeah, that's really disappointing.
The team is devastated. After months of hard work and sleepless nights, it looks like their competition is over. After 2 days of working on their prototype, James B. Dudley High have fixed the brakes and passed tech inspection. Now, with new driver Hun behind the wheel, they're finally on the track.
The guys who worked really hard over the weekend trying to get out here, and all the work they've done back at school just for this moment.
In their 2 previous years of competing, this team has never completed the course.
Good luck. Our goal right now is actually to finish the 10 laps.
I'm a little nervous right about now. My baby's beginning to walk. But he's right on schedule. He's at 2 minutes and 29 seconds, so he's actually running a real good time.
The car's doing well. We're pacing a good 15 miles per hour average. It's exciting. It's good.
Lap 6, man. Lap 6. Feeling very confident.
But they're not there yet.
Lap 8, man.
Just 2 more laps to go, and they will have made Dudley High history.
How was it?
9.
That's 9.
They've done it.
Yes! Yes! First time ever finishing 10 laps. And not only did he finish it consistently, he finished it in style.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Good job, guys.
Okay.
Meanwhile, the Panthers' other car, the Urban Concept, is still struggling to pass tech inspection. Team E3 from Brazil haven't given up and think they've found a way to reattach the wheel that was ripped off during the on-track collision. They're off shopping to buy new materials to repair the car. They worked through the night to rebuild both the steering system and weld the broken pieces back together, improvising with the few tools they have at hand. It's the last day of competition. And finally, the Dudley Panthers Urban Concept car is ready to race. But they're still having problems.
Mic is not working.
We're trying to get the radio working before they get started, because we got to position ourselves now.
With time running out, they must get to the start line.
Excited. I'm ready to go.
A little nervous. Hit the start line and go. Start line and the race mark will fly.
And so their second car hits the track. It's vital the team are in constant communication with Musalifa to give her feedback on her lap times.
She's not responding to what I'm saying.
Race rules state she must run 10 laps within 24 minutes and 45 seconds.
It's going to be a close one, because she at 14 minutes now. She got 5 laps. We need to do 24 minutes. Okay.
If she doesn't speed up, the door.
And they're going to stop her. They're probably going to make her get off the track.
We try to speak so loud that she can understand that she has to pick up the door.
If she doesn't adjust the door soon, she'll be forced to retire.
You got it, yes.
She's done it, but time's almost up.
She needs one more lap to finish the race.
But she got to speed up.
I think that basically she will finish about 25 or 24.
She's made it. Just.
Looking good.
They might not have won, but for the Dudley Panthers, it's a huge achievement.
Awesome!
It's the last prototype run of Shell Eco Marathon America's 2013. And against all the odds, Team E3 from Brazil have made it back onto the start line.
Everything's fine, you know, it was a miracle. Like, the guys did a great job. Most of the teams would have given up, but we didn't.
But yet again, there are problems with the engine. It keeps cutting out. And Christina limps across the start line. In order to record a valid run, the team needs to complete 10 full laps, but the car is still struggling, and this now looks unlikely.
For the Shell Eco Marathon will close at 2:15.
After 3 laps and the end of the session looming, the Brazilians pull the car off the track in a desperate attempt to get the engine running consistently.
The prototype starting queue for the third and final session will close in 15 minutes.
Meanwhile, Team Alarion Supermileage are back out on the track again and aiming to beat their own record.
I hope we're gonna get a good run. Let's go.
I think it will be our best car. If we can lower our fuel consumption a few percent, I'm pretty sure we can do it.
Bye.
Time is running out for the Brazilians as Pimba struggles to resolve the engine problem.
The prototype queue is now closed. All teams that are on the track are the final ones on the track.
It's over. Team E3 has failed to record a single result in 2013.
We're very unlucky. So many problems, so many issues we weren't expecting.
It's disappointing.
It's just bad. Next year, there is Shell Eco Marathon 2014 waiting for us.
It's a very different story for the Canadians. Audrey is setting consistent lap times.
She's right on time, so that's good.
She crosses the line and is confident they've broken their record.
For me, I have a good feeling, but we will wait for the result.
They used 6.9 milliliters of fuel in 2011, setting their All-America's record of 3,168 miles per gallon.
Got to be better than 6.9, right? Yeah. Okay. 5.8 on the nose.
Université Laval has smashed the All-America's record for a gasoline prototype with an incredible 3,600 miles per gallon. Less than 1.5 gallons in this car would take you from Houston, Texas, to the next Shell Eco Marathon event in Rotterdam, the Netherlands.
Laval University with their vehicle number 77.
After last year's disappointment, Team Alarion Supermileage from Quebec, Canada, have put their demons to rest. They are crowned Shell Eco Marathon America's Gasoline Prototype Champions 2013.